Hi, my name is Sully, and this is the Housecast. The rest of these minions are not important enough to include their names, so let's continue.
You can't take David's job from him, Sully.
He can take my job if he wants to.
Whoa.
You just didn't do it right.
Go ahead and introduce us, David.
Minion number
Welcome
one.
to the Housecast. My name is David Kurzberg, and I believe this is episode 8.
This is officially 2 months.
Dos monthos. Good as Spanish. My name is David Kurzberg, and I have names for everybody that I forgot to pull up again because I'm retarded. All right, here we go. Also, I'm going to have to go get my crab here in a second.
Oh my god.
Your crab?
He's making crab rangoons.
I'm making rangoons, please. All right. So, sitting next to me, his swag is unmatched. Sultan Gardezi. Sitting next to him, she is definitely not a lesbian, according to her.
Minion number 2.
Jen.
Yeah.
Jen's person that
Minion
she
number
brought,
3.
I guess.
The attachment.
Megan, I think. That's her name, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Megan, Jesus,
right.
David.
And
Megan's special guest.
our relationship is not a bromance in
Minion
the slightest
number 4.
way.
True.
Jess and Blakey.
True.
All right. So, if some of you are uninitiated, it's a topic podcast. We just have a conversation about 4 to 5 topics, ranging from Nicolas Cage to what type of underwear we like to wear, and
Both were
other
my
things.
topics.
no, Nicolas Cage
No,
was
Nicolas
Justin's
Cage was
topic.
Justin.
Oh, everything's always
wrecked.
about me.
Way to
so
think that it's
doesn't
all
really
you.
matter.
That's good.
Yeah. Way to go.
But anyway, we just talk it out, kind of go over some of the stuff that we feel, and sometimes it gets deep, sometimes it gets awkward. That's okay. It's a conversational podcast.
All right. And before we actually begin today, this is a very special day. This is the day creeping up here on us is Mother's Day. I just wanted a really quick little rundown. Will everyone say thank you to your mothers? I know that some of us are very much in touch with our mothers and love them dearly, and some of us are not, but we gotta appreciate them regardless today. So, just everyone give your little 2 cents to your moms right now.
I'm going to go see my mama tomorrow, and we're going to have dinner, but I love you, Mom. I would not be doing this if it wasn't for you. You taught me always to just do whatever made me happy, and so I would not be doing this if you were not in my life. So I appreciate you, and you're the best. And Megan
How Megan?
just
You're
destroyed my touching moment. Thanks.
You
Heart to
are a
heart.
dick. Just destroy her.
Sultan, give us a little word-to-word for Zana.
Mom, thank you for giving birth to the most perfect human being ever in all of history. I really do appreciate
Your brother, right?
What?
That's
Hi,
your
Mom.
brother, right?
I'm saying
You
me.
guys are
Oh,
mean.
oh.
I guess, yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. Most, like, the perfect human being can go to my brother, and the perfect God can go to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Farzana.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Megan?
Nailed it.
Ditto.
You guys are the best.
Yeah.
Y'all are awesome.
I have a good relationship with my mother, and I thank her very much for everything.
Your mom's great.
She is
Yeah,
she
she
is
is.
definitely my love and my hero. We talked about heroes last week, and she was upset that I didn't include her, but that's ridiculous because she's obviously my hero.
Goes without saying,
So-
obviously.
Becky,
That was
the
just
best.
silly, but
Becky's
yeah.
pretty cool.
That's
Second
all-
mom to me.
right. That's all I want to do is just get a little thanks to our moms out there for a quick little before we start. Now,
Absolutely.
moms, you can go ahead and stop listening because
Yeah,
this is about
it's
to
gonna get really
weird.
fucking crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So traditionally, the guest actually comes up with the first topic. So Megan, I don't know if you prepared anything, but I'm gonna go grab some crab, and when I come back, I hope we have a cool topic to talk about.
Well, to be fair, she's been thinking about this like all week. So
And I still have nothing.
Megan has been struggling trying to bring us a topic, actually.
And if she doesn't pick one, Justin and I are picking one for her, and it's gonna be about masturbation.
What?
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about your original topic that you had in mind here for us, Megan?
You always said it wasn't good enough.
No, I didn't say that at all.
We already just said that.
That's not good enough.
Just say it.
You didn't like it.
Make it. Just say it.
So Megan was asking, what is something both physical and personality trait wise
That you would
about
date.
ourselves that we would be interested in dating ourselves for? We already know Sully's answer is everything and everything. But
Yeah.
go ahead and start us off, Sully.
I mean, minion number 4 already said it for me.
Gross.
Everything and everything. That, and I didn't really hear the question, so
And it's because you're always on your phone. You know?
I'm not always on my
Come on,
phone.
participate.
I don't
I am
feel like you
participating.
care about us.
Whoa.
You playing Hearthstone
Whoa.
right now?
No, I'm not.
We yelled at Jen. We yelled at Jen for this last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
But I mean, also,
You
I'm
guys are
different.
the worst. I think I heard it right. We pick a personality trait and a physical attribute about ourselves that we would date, or
Yes.
that we would.
Date yourself
That
for.
Date
make
yourself
you,
for?
yeah, you feel like you would date
Okay.
yourself because of that trait.
It's fair. That's fair.
Oh man, yeah, no, that's definitely for sure. Everything and everything on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we
we'll
know.
just- okay. I gotta think about this actually because it's very hard.
I date myself because I'm submissive, so I could tell myself what to do, and that'd be great. And I'd also date myself because I have some pretty awesome boobs.
Oh, I knew those were going to come up.
Yeah, so I'm submissive with boobs. That is perfect.
So, a really quick little thing there. You want to date yourself because you're submissive so you can tell yourself what to do.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
What?
That's what we like to call an oxymoron.
No, it totally makes sense.
No, it doesn't, because you're telling yourself what to do. So inherently, one of your two
Oh shit.
is
Yeah.
dominant.
You're not being submissive by wanting to tell somebody what to do.
It's a paradox.
Unless both of you are switches.
Whoa.
No, that wouldn't work. I guess my clone would have to be submissive. So yeah.
So you're dominant. So that doesn't work then.
No, stop! David! You're
We should've
ruining
thought
my
about this
dreams.
before.
Your dreams don't make any sense.
That's why they're dreams. They don't have to
Okay,
make
here's the
sense.
things. So she is both submissive and dominant, as she tells me, depending on the person.
There we go.
So
And the day.
some people she is very submissive to, some people she's very dominant towards.
So I'd be submissively dominant towards myself.
I mean, still impossible, but I understand where she comes from. I just thought it was really funny.
There we go.
There was a thought process involved somewhere
Okay.
in there.
Yeah.
One of those answers was extremely complicated, and the other one just like, okay.
The other one made sense.
I'm trying to think of like a physical thing for me, because I'm confident in myself and my body, but I don't find anything about myself attractive to me.
That's
You know?
because you're not gay.
Yeah,
Like,
but also like
Wait, you just said you thought your boobs were great, but you also claimed you weren't a lesbian.
Yeah.
She says that all the time.
But
Shut
she's
up.
very
I'm
clearly
not
a
a
lesbian.
lesbian. Oh
Guys,
no,
shut
I'm
up.
definitely a lesbian.
David,
I'm
go
not
back
a
to you.
lesbian.
well, I don't know. It's hard. I'm gonna have to keep thinking about it. Somebody else should answer because I'm
Justin.
gonna have a really hard time thinking about it.
Okay. In terms of like what I would date about myself, man. I mean, really, the only thing I truly like about myself physically is my eyes, and I mean that's fair. When you're staring into somebody's eyes that are just like gorgeous, worth.
Yeah,
So
I do that every single time I look in the mirror.
So that's probably where that would go. In terms of personality traits, just the fact that I don't take anything too seriously is probably what I would love most about myself. I'm sorry, dear.
I don't take everything seriously.
Oh my god.
That's not true.
But just like having somebody else be so like lackadaisical just like with me would just be nice, you know?
Oh, would be nice. I see how it is.
Just like
Quite strong.
it'd be nice to be able to just not have to worry about something and then
Oh, he has
have
to
me
worry
also
over
not
you all the
worried.
time.
People want,
I'm
like,
gonna
storm
kill
out over
him.
there.
I will.
I love you plenty, but
Not enough.
He'd love you
Yeah.
but
more
you're
than
not
words.
me and I'm not dating me. So There
You're
you
good
go.
enough.
Okay, whatever.
He said
Megan.
it for a
Nice
second.
ass saver. Nice ass saver.
Okay, well, I have to agree with you because probably my favorite, like, physical thing about myself is my eyes. Because everything else is not as great. As for my personality, I enjoy my wit. I spent many years working on it. So.
You are quick-witted. It sucks.
Why does it suck?
Cause whenever I try to like embarrass you or something, you always get something to like come back at me, and I'm like, fuck.
Well, you make it really easy.
Shut up.
And
There you
the
go.
full sphere right there.
Hey, that was a pretty sphere moment. So I thought about it. And one of the reasons I'm having such a hard time answering this question is because I actually prefer to date people that are different from me. For the most part. Like,
Well, yeah,
that's just kind of like the way it is. Like,
that's a
I
general
feel like that
thing.
was like a topic 3 episodes ago.
was it?
Yeah.
Do we actually talk
sphere.
about that?
That's what the sphere came
Yeah, the
along.
sphere. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what I'm getting. Is like I have to date someone that's like at least significantly different than me.
But
But
they
there
have
is
to share a
commonalities.
trait.
Yeah. I guess the physical thing.
Sorry, I'm about to sneeze.
Probably my voice. Does that count?
Yeah.
That's a
I don't see
physical
why
thing,
not.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Because I like the way my voice sounds. Just like not only when I talk, but like when I sing and when I'm having a conversation, like just the way that I talk. So I think that kind of fits in with my like non-physical attribute as well. I think one of the things I like most about myself is my ability to talk and like have a conversation and like be able to speak at length about things, basically. I like someone that will sit down and like have a conversation with me and talk about. So that's why I like doing this so much.
And not just look at their phone
Yeah.
and not pay attention
Whoa.
solely.
I do pay attention
Uh-huh.
to myself.
I mean, I don't date solely because he talks to me. I date solely because he's gorgeous, and I just stare at him all the time.
He's a pretty
That's
face, and
fair.
that's about it.
No, but like that's probably like the thing that I would date myself for is my ability to have a conversation. In fact, I've never dated anyone who talks as
God.
much as me.
Let me tell you, I hate people who just talk too much. Not like when I'm wanting to talk to a person. Like when I want to talk to a person, we just keep talking. God, that's fine. Like I love that. I love talking. But when I don't want to talk to a person, or when I'm just chilling and another person's just talking over and over, I'm like, I'm gonna stab the shit out of you.
When you're like, bitch, sandwich. What do you not understand here?
Exactly.
Stop talking.
And I'm like,
See, I'm the same way. I need to have moments of silence, or I need to have moments of like just me being with a person without having to talk to them. But I just mean like as a conversationalist.
mm-hmm.
I think I have a pretty good skill as far as conversation goes. Jessen and I have had plenty of like
Eons
extensive
of talking.
conversations.
Oh yeah.
I've had some good conversations with you too. Most of the time when we're like very slightly buzzed.
I just imagine you guys like your relationship as like Sully is like this like gorgeous underwear model, and David's like a David, and you guys are at like a fancy restaurant.
The
Like-
the quote that comes to my mind for that is from Clerks 2. What am I, some hideous fucking chud?
But no, like seriously, and like I'm sitting at like a fancy restaurant, and David just staring at Sully, going, "I bought you some flowers," and just fluttering his eyelashes and just looking at how pretty Sully is.
No, that's not me at all.
I can see
Our
it.
relationship is Sully's like really, really pretty, and everyone's really jealous of me, and I'm just super pretentious about it. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like, what are you
that's-
looking at? You looking at
That's
looking
at him?
pretty much it
He's
right
mine.
there.
Oh, you're the one who's
That's
like,
the relationship.
You're
Yeah,
the one who,
that's
like,
it.
the waitress comes up and you're like, oh, hey, I just want you to know he's taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taken. Look at, yeah, he's taken.
That's me
Just saying.
with Sully.
Like, oh, were you flirting with that? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could still see Sully just being like, oh, you don't have to make it a big deal. It's okay. I know I model. Don't worry, honey. It's fine.
I don't swoon though, hardly ever. I think I've swooned like twice in my life for a real person.
I swoon all the time.
I swoon for not real people or for people that I've never met, but not for like real people, hardly ever.
Thor makes me swoon.
Except,
I'm
like,
lucky.
I think the two people I've ever swooned for were Angela, and that was before I met her. And then... No, I think that's it.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember that.
You were pretty into it. You were, I would say,
I was-
infatuated.
I was just surprised because she was, like, so cool. Like, almost unbelievably cool. And that was the problem. But, like, she was just, like, perfect. And then I met her and she was still, like, perfect. Like, just really, really cool. Awesome person. I just, like, there was just something missing. But she was so cool. Like, I don't know. It was weird. Weird time.
Yeah.
When have I ever swooned?
Probably back when you were interested in people.
Faker senpai.
That's a different type of swoon. That's more of like, oh man, yeah.
This morning when
It's
he looked
dope.
in the mirror.
Yeah.
That's a whole that again. That's a different type of swoon. If I swooned over another person,
Yeah, it must have been back
Cricket.
when you were interested in dating people, like, realistically.
probably,
Like in high school, maybe.
maybe.
Yeah.
It's always like that time so long past.
It
It
is long
was.
past. We're fucking old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
you guys are.
We have been out of high school for 5 years.
Ooh.
Me, 6 years.
Gross.
I haven't made it a year yet.
It's
You're so young,
insanity.
Megan.
I feel so fucking old all the time.
Ah,
Yeah.
bitch, I made it a year.
Huh.
They said I couldn't graduate.
By the way, Jen, this is really good.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, there was once. It was actually really fresh out of high school.
Oh.
I think it was like 2 years out of high school. I met this one chick who was like super inked up and pierced. And I'm like, damn. I think that was about it.
I think that was before we were hanging out.
Was it? I think so.
Maybe.
It was still at the time that I think Blaze just moved in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Blaze moved in here 4 years ago? No.
No, 3.5.
God, that's weird to think.
Mm-hmm.
Time flies.
Okay, there was this time in high school, and it was really awkward because it was with Sully, and he doesn't remember me, and I'm okay with that. But I was a
Yeah.
freshman, and he was a senior, and during lunch he came and sat on my lap, and I got really nervous, so I started like bouncing my knees up and
What?
down. Yeah, no, it was a thing, and you were like. You're like, oh, it's like a ride. And I was like, oh, it's like the Ring of Fire. Then I got even more embarrassed because then I thought about it too hard. And then I, like, pushed you off me. And then I knocked over a garbage can. And I was just, like, done for the rest of the day. Yeah.
What?
That is like the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. That was fantastic.
I have been waiting for that story to come up,
Yeah.
but I've never had an opportunity to tell it, and now you did,
Yeah.
and I'm in awe because you threatened my life
Yeah.
with that. You're like, you
New
will
topic.
never tell
We should
Sully.
just move on.
That is seriously like the most awesome thing
That is such a you thing.
I have
to do.
ever heard. We have to make like an animation of this. We must.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing.
Sully's face right now is perfect.
He has
I am so
no
elated.
idea.
I am so elated right now.
Yep.
That's
How has that ever happened?
Yep.
Like, what would ever make me do that?
Sully, you guys
yep.
had a class together.
Yeah.
I've had classes with a lot of people.
Yeah. You were hanging out with the same group of people that was like the same friend group I was in, and I was just kind of a random person, so you were like, whatever. And I got so embarrassed over it. Yeah. Because you were like a senior, and it was scary.
And she had a thing. She wanted the D.
Did not.
Totally
I just thought
did.
he was cute.
no, she was a lesbian at the time.
Yeah.
No, that was in one of those weird in-between phases where she thinks she's not.
No, because I was dating Haley at the time. So I was a lesbian.
On and off. With
Yeah.
guys between.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anyways.
it's pretty talking about
I
Haley.
am so like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just trying to imagine myself doing that. I'm like, why would I ever do that?
You were a totally
were-
different person 5 years ago.
You were
Yeah,
a weird
you were
dude.
really different back then. Like, really different.
Like-
I also remember your pterodactyl noises. Pterodactyl.
Like I would have hated you 5 years ago if we had met. in high school. I would have hated you.
You did hate me in high school, actually.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't remember hating you.
No, I specifically remember you hating me.
Why?
Like, back in theater arts, I have no idea. I tried talking to you because you were hanging out with the people that were in my theater class. And, like, I hung out with them all the time. And then, like, whenever you would over, like, were you over? Like, I'd just go chill. And, like, you just, like, just hated me. I'm like, the fuck did I do to that guy?
Probably. No, go ahead.
Like, full Sully syndrome, I don't remember David being there. And you were there the time that I was in Sully's class. I just don't remember you ever.
I was a very, like,
but, like,
background kind of thing.
But the thing is, I always paid attention to the people you hung out with because I had a huge crush on Erica. Like, huge crush.
Oh my god, I forgot about Erica.
Like, I, like, worshipped her. She was fucking gorgeous. She, like, was witty.
She wasn't even that pretty.
She
No,
was so
wasn't.
pretty. Like, to me, she was the prettiest thing ever. And she just, like, she was so witty and she was clever. She was just, like, fun to be around. And, like, I paid close attention to her, but I never remembered you.
Oh
Like,
my
I
God.
kind of
never
just,
been
like,
there.
sat on Gordon
You
and
know,
played
just,
Mega
like,
Man all day.
remember me? Like, well...
I remember you being obnoxious and annoying.
That's what I was gonna say. That's why I think you didn't like Sully, is because he was so, like, attention-getting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
I was-
remember. I just
yeah.
remember like.
I was way more of a crowd pleaser, like, back then.
Yeah, I just remember you being like the traditional class clown kind of guy, and I
Yeah.
was just never into that. Like,
Yeah.
you were just super obnoxious to me back then. But that I was also a dick in high school, like a dick.
You were equally as pretentious now, but a lot less open.
Wait, I am?
Yeah. You were. Like, on an equal level of, like...
Oh, you mean then I was?
Yeah, you
No,
were,
yeah,
like-
absolutely.
But you weren't open at all, so
No,
it's
I
like...
I thought I
wasn't even
was
an option.
the shit back then. Like, seriously. I thought I was the shit. But I just didn't, like,
Yeah.
flaunt it, you know?
But God, you know what that reminds me of, like, back in that group, though? Do you remember William?
Yeah. I fucking hated that kid.
Same here.
Everyone hated that kid.
Wait,
No
what
one
was his
admitted
last
it.
name?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I just...
I remember he was like,
Because he sounds familiar. I like, the last name would put the
he
definite
was
ringer.
blonde and had curly hair.
and he was short.
Yeah.
He
Super
was
skinny.
Mormon.
Okay, yep.
What the fuck was his last name?
I have no
No.
idea.
I don't remember.
Nah.
Walker.
Walker.
Was that it? Was that it?
I don't know. It feels right, though.
Feels right.
It does.
So does Carter, though.
No, Will Carter is different. Will Carter is the guy from the college.
Played Magic.
shit,
Magic
yeah,
with
it
us.
is.
That guy's cool.
See, that's why it felt right, though. It's because there's another Will Carter.
Because you liked the other one.
Do you not like Will Carter? Will Carter's a cool guy.
What? No,
He said
I
he
like
liked
Will
him.
Carter.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, essentially, I hated him because, like, that was also the time when I was also dating Leah. And, like,
Oh, God.
he was, like...
I forgot about
Making
that.
me vom right now.
Dude, I thought they were so cute
Dude, it's a
together.
small goddamn world. Like, seriously.
He was
Continue,
so
but-
attached to Leah. Like, it was disgusting. I'm like, dude, just leave us alone.
Can I just say,
I thought him and Leo were
we
really cute.
we run a topical podcast and a conversational podcast, but dear God, have we strayed right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's funny reminiscing, but Jesus.
I remember, though, like, I'm gonna keep going. I remember, though, the Leah thing, because Wingman was involved in that for a while.
Oh, yeah. You know what I never... Does Wingman listen to our podcasts?
No.
So you know what I never told Wingman about?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah, no, I should probably not say it.
Yeah, probably not on the recording.
I know what
forever.
you mean. I know what you mean, though. I think he knew.
Did he?
I think he found out somehow.
Okay. I was going to say, I never
Like, I think
told him.
she might have told him eventually.
I never told him.
I
I
don't
was like,
remember.
Wingman's too good of a person.
Wingman is way too good of a person
I
for
hated
that.
him, actually, at that time. Like, God, I hated him.
I hate Wingman periodically for the stupidest reasons.
Who is Wingman?
Wingman Vita?
It's
Oh,
Michael.
that's so weird because I was friends with his little brother. So, like, fucking. Yeah. I was really good friends with. Okay, like, one time, Haley and I were trying to sneak out because, like, Jehovah's Witness parents, you know, obviously we were, like, into that, trying. But my window happened to be, like, 10 feet off the ground. So, Derek tried to get me out of my window, and we made it. But we broke the garden hose on the side of my house, and we knocked over half the shit in my bedroom, like, So you just heard this like giant everywhere, and Derek, like, as I was already out the window, and I was like, Derek, I think my mom's gonna wake up. And Derek's like, there's no way she didn't hear that. We have to get you back inside the house. Quick, 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 quick. And I was like, there's no way I can climb up. We broke the garden hose, which is what we used to get down. And he was like, okay, stand on my head. And I was like, what? And he was like,
Oh, Derek.
stand on my head. And I was like, I can't do that. He's like, no, you're gonna have to. We have to get you back in. So I was like, okay, we'll do it. So I stood on his head, and he, like, pushed me over, and you just hear this giant, like, tumbling body hit the ground, because I just, like, fell into my window. And then he's like, okay, I'm gonna go get Haley now. See you later. Sorry you couldn't hang out. Yeah.
God, that's such a Derek thing.
Yeah, that was a super Derek thing to do.
The
Yeah.
question is, did your mom wake up?
No, it was really sad because I could have gone and hung out, and like his best friend at the time, Jacob Stockless, was like, he also tried to bust me out one night with like him and Haley, because they're like, okay, if all three of us come, it'll be cool. And so you see Haley all decked out in black, you see Derek with like a black ski mask on, and they're all like sneaking up, and then fucking Jacob Stockless walks up in this neon yellow jacket, just walking
Of course he
straight
did.
down the middle of the street. But see, I don't know Michael, but I know Derek.
See, like, I like how everybody else has this, like, we had to sneak out of my parents' house and all this kind of stuff. Well, me, I was like, I just told me, I was like, yo, Mom, I'm heading out, and I just head out.
I did the exact same thing. My mom never cares.
It was always just like John Windham would just come pick me up and take me away at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, I didn't try to tell anybody either. And then
Yeah.
my mom got pissed off at me, but I would just text her the next day and be like, John came pick me up. I'm at Nick's house. I'll be back tomorrow. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
You had a
it's-
really like different upbringing than I think any of us, though.
Yeah.
I had a very free home.
Yeah, you did. Mine was very like structured but free in its structure. It was like, you can do whatever you want. You just have to tell us what you're doing. But then I would just like get embarrassed and not tell them what I was doing.
I hear you.
Yeah. Like the one time when I went to your grandma's house and that happened.
Are we just like? Are we not gonna do topics today? Are we telling stories? Are we going to that story right now?
Are we just doing?
I was gonna like make that a thing that I was just never gonna talk about it on the podcast until like 100 episodes in, and then everyone would be like, "What the fuck happened?"
Okay. Well, moving on then.
Okay, yeah,
You're gonna
yeah.
have to drop
Not
that
fair.
volume. See, I didn't even mean to bring up the Sully thing, because I was gonna take that to my grave.
It was
make
funny though. It was
Just to
perfect.
take it to his grave.
I loved
too.
it. I am so glad you said that because it made my night. Actually,
God, that just makes me think, like,
It's
what
embarrassing.
else have I done?
that just makes
That I
me
just don't
think. I have
remember.
this like
You
very
were
vivid,
crazy.
vivid image of the lunchroom at Ferndale High School. Like,
Yeah.
I spent so much time in there.
Okay, you
was
know, like
insane.
where the salad bar is.
Yes.
Okay, you know, like that little room, and then they had the 3 tables, and usually they had the Russians, and then the like random 2 Misfits
Yes.
tables.
Yes.
I was in the Misfits group, and Sully like was the 3rd table down.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Because I
That's-
used to sit the next table over
Yeah.
with all of the like AP students on the 4th table in.
Yeah.
Oh.
I sat around
Weird
with
how things never
everybody.
change.
Like,
Did
I
you
s-
sit on the 4th table? In?
No, I think I was with Misfits with her.
She was in
Oh,
2nd
okay.
table Misfits.
Like,
Oh my
I
God.
Sometimes
I
3rd
sat
table
with
Sully.
everybody. Like, I sat like Russians, Mexicans.
I
sat,
do remember.
The Mexicans were on the other side.
I don't know if you remember this, but Tracy had a really big thing for you for a while. Not like she was into you, but like she was just fascinated by you as a person,
A lot of people are.
and she wanted to just like make art out of you as a person.
This creepy.
She like wanted to draw you and like dress you up and then like take pictures of you and stuff.
I
She was
wish
like
she
super.
had.
She was just super into you for some reason. And then I remember one time you like came and sat by us for some reason. I don't remember why. I don't even
just
know
did-
like.
I just did that. In
Yeah,
high
I think you
school.
would just like sit with there, like just because. I think Micah was with you, probably.
Yeah.
He's a lot more like, you're a lot more chill now than like when you
Because I
were
fucking
a
hate
senior.
everybody. But
Yeah, he's just
Hold on.
jaded now.
Yeah.
oh my god, now I'm just getting like so much like flashbacks of high school.
It's nostalgic, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I knew you, and that's how I was like mortified and like fucking dying when I moved here and realized I would be living with you, because I was like, fuck.
Do you
then
guys remember Mickey? Patterson?
No.
Okay. Because she was also in our theater class. At least my theater class. I wasn't sure if you're in the same theater
I
class.
took so many theater
I
classes
think it
that
was
they all
probably in
meld
another
together.
one.
I don't
Because
remember who was in
like,
what.
I remember most of the people in ours.
Oh my god, Miss Hawkinson hates me. She still hates me.
I just remember the one time we were
Holy
playing
shit.
Baby I Love You, and you came up to someone, and I forgot who it was too, but they had like such a good poker face, and you started taking your pants off, and you just hear Miss Hawkinson going, "Sully, put your clothes on!"
You know who hated you? But also, like, really hated you? Mr. Andrus. That dude.
He
Okay.
hates everyone.
Hated
No,
you.
hold on. So, Mr. Andres and me go on a whole other level. Like, so it was just this, like, you know how you see in movies where, like, there's just this one asshole student that treats the teacher like a dick, and then, like, same thing, the teacher just, like, does the same thing to the student? Exact same thing between me and Mr. Andres, but here's the thing, me and Mr. Andres also loved each other. Like, not like fucking loved each other, but like as in like best friends. Like to the point like, I mean, essentially when I graduated and everything like that, I did a special for Mr. Andres because he also helped me graduate and all that kind of stuff. And like we had this
That's kinda
huge
cute.
thing. Like I did like back in college, I went back to Mr. Andres' class and like gave him a plaque and all that kind of stuff. Like
What
we
the fuck?
hated each
I
other.
didn't know any of this.
Not many people do.
The only thing I knew about you and Mr. Andres was we were in AP Java, and you sat like up near the front, and he could see what you were doing on your computer, but he could see what we were doing on our computers too. And in that class, we would just fuck around all the time. Like nobody did anything in that class. We would just fuck around.
Mhm.
But like me and Cable and Nick and like everybody like right next to Mr. Andres' desk would be like playing Tetris Attack against each other, or like just fucking like doing whatever, like writing stupid offensive code and stuff like that. And Sully would just be like sitting there at the front of the class like playing Snake or something. And Mr. Andres would look right past us, right at Sully, and go, "Sully, get back to work." And we'd be like,
Oh my god, you're gonna
Every
have to
single
drop
time.
that volume
He's-
so bad.
He's made me do push-ups in class.
it was so weird.
Yeah.
Like I didn't understand it. I was like,
That
why is he
spike.
picking on Sully so bad?
Oh, I was looking at our time.
I feel like that's worse than David's claps.
I was like, what? I was like, yeah, but it's much easier to lower a yell than it is claps.
Yeah.
Much easier. But yeah, it's just really weird. It's a weird relationship that he had with you. It's like he would just constantly
yeah.
pick you out and just yell at you.
He's still my favorite teacher I've ever had.
God, it's so weird.
Right?
So weird.
Yeah, no, I can't describe our relationship that I've had with him.
So,
I'm pretty sure
been
you
about
had a
half an hour now. We
Didn't
got
you have
through
a
one
topic?
topic.
Didn't you have a topic because you posted something on Facebook about how you were like excited to talk about something?
Yeah, you had
Yeah, it was directly related to what I was complaining about earlier.
Huh.
So, as of right now, my grandma, she used to have a business years ago,
Oh.
like 15 plus years ago. And apparently one of the customers there was just crazy and like latched onto my grandma. And she's currently staying with my grandma for like a week.
What?
Nobody likes her. She's annoying, she's intrusive, she's like opinionated and outspoken. Like just awful. And what I wanted to talk about was cuz my grandma doesn't want her there. But I want to talk about like when people are so nice that they can't say no and they just get walked all over because of it. Because I know it's relevant to probably everyone here.
used to be a really big problem for me. Really big problem.
I know. But that's just like that's
Have
something
I
I want
ever
to talk about.
not been able to say no to somebody?
But do you like know somebody who has? Like somebody that's just like such a good person that even though it's like it makes no sense to say yes, they'll just say no. Or like makes no sense to say yes and they
Say
still
yes
say
anyway.
it. Yeah.
I have a couple of like answers to this that I may or may not use names for because they get kind of deep, but like Yeah, that was a big problem back in the day.
Unless if it like continues to affect me and continues to like truly make me like it literally has to be to the point where I'm like almost like chronically depressed and or suicidal about it. Unless if it gets me to that point, most of the time I will say yes. But my mama always taught me that if you don't stand up for yourself, everyone's gonna walk over you because that's just how people are. And like over time that has been proven wrong, but generally because of like who I am and like how I don't really speak up most of the time and how soft-spoken I am, most people are like, oh yeah, this chick's easy pickings. And most of the time, yeah, it's true. What?
Oh my god, that made you sound like such a slut.
Ew, gross. No, not
She'll
like
never
that.
say no.
Easy pickings.
Ew, not like
Fun
that.
fact,
Gross.
Jen hates the phrase easy
Yeah,
to describe a woman.
I hate it. So, like, the last
that's a
time...
really
If,
funny.
if
People
you
would
had
call
a
you
porn
Easy.
name, it would be Easy, spelled E-E-Z-Z, E-E-I, and then your last name would be Pickens.
No, okay, the last
Oh
time
my
a guy
God.
said that, and, like, truly meant it, said that I was easy, I broke his nose.
Where's your listing?
So-
I'm gonna put like next time you introduce her,
Yeah.
you put Easy Pickens. And this is the girl who lived here, Easy Pickens.
Oh, God, that would kill me.
I have no idea what your password is, so I'm not gonna try.
It has a 7 in it.
Damn.
Damn.
That's awkward.
Easy
Jen just
Pickens.
Easy Pickens over here,
Yeah.
knowing my
Holy shit.
passwords and shit.
I had
She's
to,
got
like,
1 out of 4.
you showed me someone's boobs, and I had to unlock your phone like 3 times.
Oh yeah, we'll get back to that.
What?
Lily.
Is
That's relevant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's fair.
that my boobs?
No.
No,
Okay.
someone
Yours are
else's boobs.
fantastic.
Hey,
But
those were
no.
fantastic
Hey,
boobs.
whoa, come on.
Those were fantastic.
The pictures had some fantastic boobs.
Well, yeah, I know.
They were pretty
I wasn't
good.
saying that they weren't. I was just saying that Sully's are fantastic, but they weren't his.
Yeah, no.
This is true.
So, speaking
Yeah.
of that, I won't use names. She would kill me. Love her to death.
I think you just gave it away.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
If I say a name,
No.
No. I mean, she knows who we're talking. Just it's not for like she'll know I'm talking about her and she'll be mad about it. But if I don't say her name, at least nobody else knows who we're talking about except us.
but I'm not even sure if I
And
know
then she
who
won't
it
be
is.
super mad. She'll
Yeah.
just be like sort of mad.
Anyways.
Yeah, she'll just be slightly mad. So, I was not the person that
Wait,
would
pause.
always say yes. That was yeah.
So since you know who you are, I just want to say you have fantastic tits. Okay.
Hashtag Easy Pickens
No.
2000.
Oh my god, no.
Nailed it. Okay, so back to Justin's topic though. It was not me that had that problem. I was not the one that would always say yes in this scenario. It was someone else. And it lasted way too long because she would not say no to me. Like anything I wanted, we got back together so many times, I don't even want to talk about it. It's just like she would not say no to me. There was a certain point.
Sully's face of realization.
You
I
noticed?
know who it is.
There was like a certain point where like I honestly it was like so I had a breaking point. I had this moment
Does this person listen to this?
sometimes, yeah. So I had this moment where after a year of this nonsense, I finally decided like well, okay, here's what happened. I had a moment where I was like I felt like sort of godly and all powerful. I was like
You know how
she
I
will
feel.
never say no to me. And I was like, I just felt like, and then I had this like breaking point where I was like, holy shit, I'm the worst person on the planet, actually.
Oh, I've never felt that way.
I suck, like, worse than anyone has ever sucked. And at that point I was like, this needs to stop. This is over, like, for the final time. And I need, like, both of us to just walk away. Because we can't do this anymore. Like, you are too good for me. You will never say no. I could keep doing this forever with you, and it would be the most dysfunctional relationship of all time. But I need you to not let me do that anymore. Like, I am not good enough. I am being a dick. You just need to walk away, and I'm just gonna walk away. And that's what we did. And now we're like best friends because we don't have that relationship anymore. But like that was the biggest problem for me for like 2 years. Was like she would just never say no, ever, and it was the worst. And like I was the person who took advantage of it, and I have always regretted that, like deeply, deeply regretted that. So I never, ever, 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 ever take advantage of anyone anymore. I specifically refuse to let people do that to me. Like, just say yes because I'm asking them to. I refuse to let people do that because, like, it just sucked. And I don't ever want to be that person again. I have had the flip side, too, where Sully just creeped up
He's
on the
gonna say
microphone.
something.
Don't say the name.
I know who you are. Just letting you know.
I will find you, and I will kill you.
I've been on the opposite side of the coin, but not to that extreme of an extent. Jeremy will be able to be the first to tell you that I had a problem where I still have a problem sometimes where somebody will ask me to hang out, or someone will ask me to like do something for them, or somebody will ask me to go to an event or something, or like remind them of something. I'm like, yeah, I got you. We're good. Like, let's hang out sometime or whatever. And then I just bail. And it's not because I'm like I don't like that person. It's not because I'm like actively trying to betray that person. It's just because like I didn't have the guts to say no in the first place when I knew I should have.
It's easier to say yes and then
back out
later.
Yeah, but that's always the worst option.
Oh,
Because
See?
when
Because then
Jeremy
you're
and I,
just being
now Jeremy and I are on great terms, because now if I don't want to hang out with Jeremy, I just say no. Now I'm like, we are only going to hang out sometimes. We will see each other at work. It'll be great. We are going to hang out sometimes, but not all the time. And that's okay, because we both acknowledge that now. And there are some people that just have a hard time dealing with that. Like Andrew Bethman is a really good example. And I love Andrew Bethman, don't get me wrong. But sometimes after we hang out like once or twice over like a week span, he just will not leave me alone for like 2 or 3 weeks. And it's just like, I don't want to just say yes to you and then have this keep happening, because it's going to be a problem. Like, I have to tell you no at some point so that you will like stop. And I don't want to be that person that just keeps saying yes and then having to flake out, because that just makes me look worse, you know? So that's just, I don't know. This kind of got off topic. But
I was on the David train there for a second, and then I got off it because I like bailed on Jess like 3 times.
Yeah, bitch.
Oh yeah, but one time I actually was sick. But besides, like, okay.
I
like-
tried so hard to get this bitch to hang out with me.
Oh yeah.
So hard.
Yeah, the first time we were supposed to hang out, I forgot what it was, but I was like, what did I tell you?
I don't remember.
I have a topic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm
But
just
like,
thinking of like all the people I've bailed on right now.
yeah.
There's so many people that I just bail on. It's
But-
awesome.
But is
That's
it
you.
because you don't want to say no originally?
No,
It's just because you're shitty.
not shitty.
Hey, I didn't bail on you because I was shitty. Bailed on you because I was scared.
Of how shitty you are.
Relevant to my topic.
Well, yeah, that's why I was on the train, because I bailed on him, but then it was like for 2 different reasons
Yeah.
that I got off the train.
I was gonna say, cause like every single time, like after I'm done with LARPing, like there's this thing that like we do as like afters, like smoke hookah and all that kind of stuff at a friend's house, and every single time they all sounds like, so that you gotta come over and hang out with us. Like, yeah, totally, I'll totally come with you guys. And then like I'll get in my car, so I'll drive, and it's like, God, I can't wait till I play League, or it's like, can't wait till I get home.
I'd much rather be at home right now.
Yeah, and then like I go home and I just realize like, oh wait, I was supposed to go over to them, and then like every single time, like they tell me, it's like, we waited for you to come over, but you didn't come over. You told us you're coming over. I'm like, yeah, I just wanted to go home, and then
I think that's one of the reasons why I like living with you, because we have the exact same sort of mindset there. It's like we just want to like go home and like just hang out at home.
yeah.
Like, I don't want to go do stuff for the most part. I want to go home. And like that's one of the reasons why I think we work as roommates so well. Because I just leave you alone. Like I know when to leave you alone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I still owe you cough drops. I'm sorry.
What?
I was like, hey, Sully, can I borrow some cough drops? And then I never gave them back.
When did that happen?
Borrow cough. What are you gonna do? Vomit them back up
No.
in solid form somehow?
like-
You don't borrow cough drops. You take and consume.
Then
it's can I
replace.
have-
Well, I didn't want the whole bag. I just wanted some.
What the fuck
I was really, really sick, and you're like, yeah, try these. They're super
It was
awesome.
after you
Sully,
were
you
really,
have this
really
weird
sick.
thing that you do when people are sick. I don't know what this is, but when people are sick, you're like, here, try this.
Yeah.
Here, have one of these. It'll make you feel better.
You're like,
here,
"Here,
try
try
this.
this."
Here, do this.
Because I got
You do it to me all the time. It's so weird.
I have so many meds. That's
And
why.
they were really, really good, too. But I never, like, got you any back. I owe you cough drops. I'm sorry.
I don't even remember this, but okay.
Megan, do you have some input on the topic?
I can't
was the
really like.
Oh, yeah. People who say yes.
People
even though
who
they
say
shouldn't.
yes, even though
Oh,
they shouldn't.
yeah. I still have
Too
I don't
nice.
have any friends that do that. So
I think I've gone through like a time where I've like said yes to like people so many times that I would start saying like no. So like I said yes so many times that I just had to say no to them, just because I said yes so many times. And it'd be like, do you like? It would just be like the weirdest things. And then I feel like a shitty person now to go back to saying yes.
That actually makes so much sense, because for a while, everyone would be like, oh, let's invite Megan. She never says no.
Wow. Incredibly relevant.
Well, that's the lead thing.
Wrecked.
Like, I remember, like, we'd, like, hang out. It'd be, like, Madeline, like, you, me, Ben, and Ashley and stuff. And everyone would be like, hey, you know who we're missing right now? Megan. Let's just call it Megan. She won't say no. And then you'll, like, be like, sure, guys, I could come meet you. Even if you, like, had something super important the next day, you'd still come out and
I have
hang
really
out with
bad
us.
priorities. I have a midterm on Thursday, and I'll probably hang out with someone on Wednesday night.
And it was really bad, too, because we'd all just, like, smoke cigarettes in a car for, like, hours and be like, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
As I would sit in the car with the windows rolled up.
Two topics.
It's either that or we would just sit in Denny's and I contemplate what I was doing with you guys.
Exactly. While we were all being, like, super broke, going,
God, I just
what's on the
realized
$2 menu?
I'm such an asshole.
Yeah.
I just don't really.
You had
I
that
have,
moment?
like-
I've had that moment.
I have actually taken advantage of a lot of people that just don't say
Wow.
no. Like, that was also, I mean, that was back in the day when I was, like, interested in the, like, female body. Like, it was a long time ago, but that was back then when I did that, and then, like, I would take advantage of people who just, like, would never say no to me.
So you raped people.
No, they wanted it.
No. It was just more of, like...
I can't say no.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was.
It's a mental
that was
rape.
that.
It's a mental rape.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Hey.
Full sphere.
So, my topic sort of feeds into something that Jen was touching on, how she had bailed on Justin a couple of times because she was scared of going to hang out with Justin, which is stupid. Justin's like the nicest person I've ever met.
That's
I was
false.
so
Um,
scared. I didn't know him,
asshole.
so I was like, what
Whoa.
if he's a rapist? What if he's not? What?
See, okay, this
What
is my,
if he's
this is
not?
this is my topic. Okay, my topic is the current culture of thinking that every guy is a rapist. I am so goddamn sick of it. It is fucking ridiculous.
It's
Okay,
true.
I will not ask a girl to hang out with me anymore. I just won't do it. I used to do it all the time, but I won't do it anymore. I will not do it because I am so fucking like scared that if I ask a girl to hang out with me, just me, that they're going to think that I'm trying to rape them. It's ridiculous. Like, I won't even ask a girl to like go get coffee and walk with me
What if-
anymore. It's fucking ridiculous.
What
It
if we
depends
make
on, like-
you as a rape victim, and then they'll hang out with you?
What?
I think it depends like how you approach it.
Well, like I don't like going out on dates, for example. I don't like doing fancy dinner and shit. I don't want to do that. I would rather like have a girl come over to the house and I can show them what I do and like what my life is like and like have a really chill dinner and drink some bourbon and like watch a movie. That's what I want to do. That's how I want to date people. But that's like scary because I'm inviting someone to my house.
Yeah, That is kind
Yeah.
of yeah.
right? But why
But
is that so scary?
Yeah, why is that scary?
It's-
I live with so
That's-
many people.
Fucking retarded.
I'm like a normal
actually.
person. I don't come off as creepy. Like, why is that stigma there?
I don't think it's necessarily like you. I think it's just like I don't.
It's the culture, because it wasn't that way.
Well,
Like 4 or 5 years ago, I used to ask girls to come over here and hang out with me all the time, like random people,
Well, like, okay.
and they were totally cool with it. And then like 3 or 4 years ago, something happened, and now everyone is like this, where they don't want to hang out, or they are scared to hang out because they're afraid you're gonna rape them.
See, like
It's
Well,
ridiculous.
That's like the whole thing. Like on my end too. Like I don't ever hang out with people. I don't ever ask people to hang out. I just like I ignore people all the time. And so if I were to ever actually ask a person to hang out with me, I feel like at that point it'd be something for them to be terrified of.
Yeah.
Well, like
'Cause
when I
it's
weird.
first started having like the crush on Sarah, it like I was afraid to invite her over to the house.
I love
Mainly because I live with more guys than there are. I'm the only fucking female. So, like, I didn't want her to feel like I was trying to lure her into this place where we can either turn her into a sex slave or sell her for that.
See, like,
Jesus.
it's the most.
Is that how women
That is
actually think?
yes. That's the scary thing, is that that's how they actually think.
I didn't want
That's
Sarah
not
to think
how I
that,
would
so I was
think.
like, oh yeah, I have this roommate, David. He's really tall, kind of dorky, sweet guy. I have this roommate, Sully. He's Persian, might bomb us, but it's okay. Don't worry about it.
See, okay, so
See, that's the
here's the
comforting
thing
part
though.
too.
We can't actually like think of what other like real women think about from what they think of, because their mental process is fucking retarded.
What?
Like,
But this is
We are
this is something
girls.
that I've actually like talked to a number of girls about, and this is
Yeah.
a common thing
But
Yeah.
I
that
came
they
over here,
won't
no
hang out with a
problem.
guy. At least
That's
the
'cause
first
you don't know
time, they
Jess.
will
That's
not
like-
hang out with a
Huh?
guy unless
you
it
don't
is
know
in a
Jess.
public place.
see,
You
like,
were nervous about walking in.
I don't like.
I don't
to go
know.
to
I've
anyone's place.
hung out with so many people to the point where like I've noticed a lot of different like thought processes. It's definitely just like what kind of group they hang around, because I've hung around like with ravers. I've hung around with like preps, jocks, like emos, goths. Like I've hung around with every single group type, and like each one of them have a different thought process. Like the preps and all that kind of stuff. Like yeah, of course, the first thing like that you want to do with them is like hang out with them out in public first before you go over to their place or anything like that. If it's like fucking like goths or like text people or anything like that, like something like that, have more of like a tighter social clique and all that. I mean, essentially they will go like your first hangout with them will be at a home or something. It's just more of like the type of social clique that you hang around or the type of person you talk to.
Yeah, I get what you're
But I
saying.
think
Yeah.
specifically with women, most groups of women, like most women in general, would be very uncomfortable if a guy's first thing was, hey, do you want to come over to my place? Let's have some dinner, watch a movie. Most women would be like, okay, yeah, at first, and the more they think about it or the more they talk to their friends about it, the more they're like, maybe I should bring pepper
Oh.
spray, or maybe, you know what, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe we should just get coffee first.
It's totally fine until your friends get into it. Then they start like telling you all these like horror stories.
But but like even if you don't have any friends and you're just going over, most of the time most women will bail out and be like, "How about we do like something in public first?" Because girls don't want to just like jump over to a guy's house unless if it's a one night stand, and then that's it. Like if it was an actual, I'm interested in you, I want to get to know you, we tend to be like, okay, let's go out and do something in public first. Which why like whenever I like hit on girls, my first thing is it want to come over to my house? It's hey, let's get some coffee sometimes. You want to go out to dinner? Let's go watch a movie. And like that always works, hands down, every time.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
And
but
then
are
they-
thing-
girls afraid that you're gonna rape them?
Well, no, that's
should be.
That's not really inherently the problem though, is that it's two girls. The problem is that it's a barrier to entry for me to go out. And people don't understand that. Like, so this is the problem I have with it, is that yes, I understand that girls need to feel safe, and that's totally fine, and I respect that. And if you want to like hang out first to a public place, I get it. That's fine. I'm not trying to tell you that you're stupid. You're not. It's a real fear, and that's fine. But you have to understand how uncomfortable it is for me to go out with you.
But that also says something, because for me, I generally really think that people are super shitty, and then you can prove me wrong, and I'll be like, you're awesome. But if I'm going to go out of my way to leave my house and actually hang out with you, that says something. And I think in your case, that would say something too, because it makes you uncomfortable to leave. So eventually, I mean, the first time you take that leap of faith, and then once they get to know you, later on they can truly appreciate, they can sit back and go, hey, you know, you took the initiative to come out with me, and now that I know you better, now that I'm hanging out in your house with you, now that I'm in your zone, I know that you, like, did this for me, and they're more willing to cooperate.
Yeah, I just feel like it should be a two-way street. It's like, I think that the majority of the time when, like, a guy asks a girl to hang out, whatever, and the girl suggests a public place, it's because she feels uncomfortable with going to hang out at his place. That's fine. But in the case of someone like me, I feel extraordinarily uncomfortable on, like, a date, or even just hanging out with a girl outside of my home. It's extraordinarily uncomfortable for me. Like, I hate it, in fact, unless I know the girl ahead of time. Mm-hmm. But I always feel like when I go out with a girl to a public place and we're, like, on a date or getting coffee or whatever, it is like people are just staring at me the entire time, and it feels like the entire, like, weight of the world is crushing down on me the entire time. And it, like, it actually physically bothers me.
So you want it so that a girl is more willing, like, instead of you taking the initiative, she takes the initiative, and
well,
it's like...
not even necessarily. I just want it to be, like, understood, I guess, universally, that not everyone is comfortable with going out too. Mm-hmm. Like, I get that you don't have to be comfortable coming to my house. I get that. Mm-hmm. But you can't expect me to be comfortable going out with you. That's the problem that I have, and that so many people just ignore.
Yeah, and I would say you could just solve that by, how about instead of coming over to my house, how about I come over and hang out at your house?
That's a little bit more worrisome, though.
Yeah, that's the problem. Why is
that worrisome?
You are having someone into your personal space where you control the area.
But see, that's a little bit more threatening, I think, for women, especially if you live on your own and you don't have roommates. Like, if you have, like,
I'm not
three
even talking about just one girl living on her own.
What if it turns out really bad and they know where you live?
There you go.
And that's the problem. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
we have to deal with that too.
Like, there's this stigma. Like,
what if it turns out really bad and she knows where we live?
That's what you mean, the public place.
Women are crazier than men generally.
That's
100%
fact.
Men are, like, more, like, stalkery. And
no,
not even remotely.
Okay.
Dude, you don't.
Men,
we need to
let's
dial back a little bit.
Okay, we can't exactly say that men are more stalky.
Think of how obsessive you are over anyone I talk to.
Hey, I have full rights.
And how little I care.
Okay, so it's more like men are stronger. So if we're in your house, it's easier for us to just kick you in the nuts and run. But if you're in our house, if we did that, you're in our house. You know where we live. Like, you can always come back. You can always overpower us. You can always bring friends to come back. Like, it's uncomfortable.
What if it's not just, like,
that's
on
a
a
two-way
dating
streak.
sentence? Like,
what if,
it's not a new person, it's just your friend.
Yeah, like, let's think about that.
Somebody you know.
Let's, like,
Well,
so,
I've had very bad experiences with just friends. A lot of people don't want to be just friends with me. Like, I really don't have guy friends.
Here's a good example. I meet, say, like, this is just conjecture, but say I meet someone at work at T-Mobile in my pod, and, like, it's a girl, and I think she's really cool. I have no interest in her whatsoever. I don't want to date her. I just want to be her friend. And so I'm like, hey, you want to, like, come out and, like, play video games, or do you want to, like, come over and be on the cast, or, like, do you want to, like, come over and just, like, chill out with me and Justin for, like, a while or whatever?
She better not be chilling with Justin.
See, that's the thing, is, like, I can say all of those things, and I have no ill intent whatsoever, but depending on who she is and how she thinks, she could potentially think, like, he's trying to, like, get me to come over to his house, which is not my intention at all. Not even remotely.
No, that's really a thing.
How I would think of that if you phrased it like that. But I'm just so antisocial.
But that's how I would ask a girl out on a date, too, is the thing. Like, I would say the exact same things. It's like, a really cool girl that I, like, actually was interested in. I'd be like, do you want to, like, come over and watch a movie, like play video games? Like, do you want to come over and be on the cast? Like,
God, I hope that's also how you do it too.
I like this. I do like this. Yeah. No, but like I would just ask that kind of stuff. Like I've done that before, where I just ask a girl to like come over and watch a movie, or come over and play video games, or come over
Okay,
and
see,
like
that's
whatever.
like when Justin asked me to come to the house party, the one that where you guys met Brittany.
Yeah.
Skank. But sorry, but
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
That was a sorry, not sorry moment.
Totally. But yeah, that one I totally bailed out on purpose because I forgot what the reason was for that one, but I totally bailed on that one.
You said it's because you didn't want to be seen with her.
Oh yeah, no, that was a
Apparently.
very good one. Yeah, that was a good reason,
to be
but also
fair,
because like it was the fact that like it was one of those things where I was like not sure if hitting or if like just friends or what the situation is, and I don't know anyone else who's gonna be there. So no.
And that's the thing. I gave you an opportunity to come over and hang out in a public environment.
Yeah, there's like lots of people.
The idea
here.
was that it's a party, so there's people there. You don't have to worry about
Hold
getting
on.
raped.
Hold on.
But the description was it's
her
a crazy.
thought process right now. There's a group of people who can gang up and rape her though.
No, that's not what it was. It was in the description, like Tim's description, which now that I know Tim, I'm like, yeah, okay. But like, since I didn't know Tim then, it was like, it's gonna be a wild party. There's gonna be like a bunch of booze and a bunch of people, and let's make it super fun, guys. Like, since I didn't know Tim, like to me in my head, I was like, oh, okay, this can get bad.
Was that Tim?
Yeah, Tim.
Was it me?
No, sorry, it was Tim Lavrier. Because he was like, let's have a let's have a month of partying, like a party every day of the month.
That was me.
That was David.
No, it was on Tim's page.
No.
The
It was
invite was
me.
from Tim.
No, that was called the Summer of Partying.
The summer of partying was my thing.
Oh, that's so weird because I got like I saw
Tim
the
might
page
have
from Tim.
invited you.
No, the invite was from him. The person that was like hosting the party on
You
the page.
probably
I
just
put him
saw-
as an admin,
Yeah, you probably just saw Tim post on there, be like, "Yeah, let's have fun."
and I did have him as an admin on all of the party pages
It was
because
so
he
weird
lived
because
here.
like I didn't know who you were. Like your name wasn't a part of it at all.
Well, because I don't know.
Because like if I had saw you, I
It
would
was
have been a lot
David,
more
though.
comfortable.
It was definitely me.
Well, yeah.
We
no.
can talk about the summer of partying at some point, but that was definitely me.
Well, I mean, like if I had saw you, I would have been a lot more comfortable. But I didn't know
Wha-
Tim.
Why? You didn't know me either.
Yeah, but you don't look like you're gonna rape anybody.
You always
just look
say
intimidating.
he's intimidating.
He's intimidating.
You
but he
literally
doesn't-
call me intimidating like every day.
But you don't look like you're gonna rape anybody.
Probably because I'm not physically capable of raping anybody. Look at me.
See, you look intimidating because you're super tall and like super towering, but you don't look.
You're also really short though. Anybody can be super tall to you.
Man,
Megan's
having you
not
next to
super
Bodger
tall.
was awesome.
Shut up.
Dude, Bodge, that was the best picture
He's
ever.
my new favorite person.
I love
like that
Josh.
kid.
We gotta have him back.
I replaced
Shout
Jeremy
out
with
to you,
him.
Bodge.
Yeah,
You plays two with him?
I replaced Jeremy with Bodger. Bodger's awesome. He's my new favorite.
Jeremy and
person.
Bodger have similar, like, just gigantic sort of, like, body
I
types.
like
It's kind
Bodger
of
more
ridiculous.
because he's super like, hey guys.
God, that's speaking of
I can't say
gigantism. I knew a guy like a while back. His name was Kent. He had actually a disorder that made him like grow stupidly fast, and so like, think he died on the age of like 21.
Oh.
But like it's because it just kept growing. Like he got super huge. Like, I think definitely had like good 5 inches on Bodger.
Jesus.
Was it
Yeah.
because like his body couldn't keep up? Is that why he died?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, there's, like, serious conditions with giganticism.
That's really sad.
Yeah, no, he got huge before he died.
Oh. I'm sorry.
And you, like, it's not just the fact that you're, like, outgrowing what your body can possibly facilitate, but it's, like,
It comes with really negative.
yeah, you get
Impacts.
digestive problems, you get back problems, you get,
Yeah.
like, really bad cramps and aches and stuff all over the place. Your joints stop
Yeah.
working,
Mm.
like,
From like malformed parts.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Just took an awful turn.
that happens sometimes.
Sometimes it gets super cheerful, and sometimes you just go down memory lane and you don't want to come back.
You don't want to come back.
I'm ready
I
to
would
come back.
never go back. I literally, that's one thing, like, we've been really nostalgic this whole cast. In fact, I'm going to call this cast nostalgia. But I would never go back. Ever. I am so happy where I am right now that I would never go
See,
back to
if
any
I
of
could
that
go
stuff.
back, I would just change things.
I wouldn't trip
Like-
over that garbage can.
I would be there, following you, making sure you tripped over that garbage can just so you could tell the
Oh, it was
story
worse
again because
'cause
it made me feel
everybody-
so good.
Everybody got pizza too, so there was like the garbage can was over full, and there was just pizza everywhere. Oh god, it was so
Why were
bad.
people throwing away pizza in high school?
Yeah.
I would have eaten every fucking piece of that pizza. I would eat pizzas to myself in high
It was
school.
like leftover
It was
pizza
scary.
stuff. But
Dude,
it was like fucking the cartons were everywhere. There was like fucking tomato sauce. Oh god, it was so bad. I like ran and hid in the bathroom after that.
She was like, you should have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I would change things around. Like, one, I'd tell myself, like, dude, stop wearing so many clothes. Be the first thing. It's like, take off some layers. Do yourself some favor.
That's a reference back to Housecast episode number 2.
Where's the time?
We're at 5 over, so
It's becoming a norm.
Yeah.
this is probably a good wrap-up point, though.
I feel like this cast has been very different
It
than
is.
any
Yeah,
other cast.
It was 30 minutes of stories.
Well, it was just like
I feel bad for
it just-
Megan
it just-
because she came here like to talk, and then it was like, let's all talk about our past that I wasn't involved in. Like, oh,
We
okay.
tried starting off with her topic, but she wouldn't say anything.
Well, actually, we did start with our topic.
And I did say things.
That's
she
false. That's the first time I've heard you say anything.
I contributed these 3 times. I kept track.
Yeah, she got like 3
Oh my
points
God.
in there.
It just feel like the tone has been different. I think
I don't know how to.
it's been a
I don't
bit
know how it feels,
lazier.
though.
I think
Yeah.
than normal.
I think we're all pretty tired.
It's definitely
Maybe it's just
like,
me. I'm tired.
No, I'm fucking exhausted. Seriously, like these past 2 weeks have just been killing
I feel
me.
like it's not as deep as usual, but it's not like as aggressively like topic. Here's my viewpoint. Let me go. It's more like a yeah.
Yeah, it just felt lazier. That's okay. I mean, it's a conversational podcast, but
It's more conversational than it is topical.
yeah. I just remember like, you know, like when I took that weekend off of work. Ever since then, I've just been exhausted like all the time. It just is destroying me. Like seriously, I took pre-U this week. I never take pre-U. I just couldn't go to work for a full day anymore. I was just like, I can't do this. I'm so tired. Like tomorrow, like I gotta go down to Mount Vernon and stuff. But on Monday,
Yes.
I'm just sleeping all day. I think I will literally sleep from when I go to bed on Sunday night until when I get up on Tuesday.
Okay.
That's how tired I feel.
Or you're just gonna come sauntering downstairs sometime after the sun is set, as usual. And then you'll start working on Housecast stuff, and then you'll be like, "Gah!"
Guaranteed.
And then I'll be like, dang it, why did I do that?
And
Tell
then
myself
you're
I
gonna
would
be
take a
su-
day off, damn it.
Then you're gonna be super tired, and you're gonna start work again, and you're gonna be super tired.
I've slept like 2 hours.
Meanwhile, Sully.
I think I'm just perpetually tired as long as we keep doing this. But that's okay. As long as we're tired and I'm doing this, I don't care.
Yeah. Well,
Well, that's been
Wanna give
David
us a-
Kurzbergen.
a little bit of a closure here.
Oh yeah, that's my job. Fuck. Sit back down.
I mean, you could do it from up there, but
So, 2 months later, we are still here. I don't think we've ever done anything for 2 months. I think this is
We're
a
still
record.
queer. Get used to it.
We've got one queer person, that's for sure.
Who keeps saying how she's not queer
I'm not.
on a regular basis, but then says that she is.
It's like a love-hate relationship.
That's kind of you in general. Like, you just have these weird, like, yin-yang, black and white kind of things that you do.
Like
Because I'm
bipolar.
Asian.
You're right, you should have thought you're Mexican.
God, get out!
So on that
Get out of
note,
what? It's my house.
At least you remember your name.
Yeah.
for myself, Sultan, Jen, Megan, and Justin, thank you for listening to the Housecast. Please make sure you check out our Twitch channel. We've been streaming more often lately, which is good. YouTube, we've been slacking on a bit, but I think that's more of a weekend thing anyway, because that's when I actually have time to work on it.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe
There you
if
go.
you like our content.
Yeah.
There's your Jen.
Check the Facebook page. We have been pretty regularly posting there. Sully's been slacking a little bit on his job, but he'll come back.
Wait, what?
Hey, can we
Oh, right.
announce
Your
the
job
thing
is social
about
media
the
king.
about
Yeah.
the guest?
What?
Can we announce the thing about the guest?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
We don't have an actual time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Justin, though, we should touch on this because this is, I think, the first week that we've actually had the full, like, actual official schedule running now. So Justin is now our scheduler. If anyone is listening to this and wants to be on the show, contact Justin.
Just
you can
get
either
ahold of me. Facebook, text message, whatever.
Yeah, I mean the Facebook page is always good because it's public and anyone can post there.
But if you're sexual with him, I'll kill you.
But just reach out
Jesus,
to Justin.
You are fucking obsessive.
If you want to get
Holy
scheduled
shit.
in.
Possessive.
We do want to try to have a guest every week, so we're
awful?
definitely going to keep filling these slots. I know we've got a couple more people that we've got lined up, so
Yep.
definitely make sure that you let us know, and we'll bring you on in here and we'll have a conversation. It'll be awesome. And we should get. I mean, I would really enjoy people coming in and playing games with us too. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if we get Jen to do like our daily schedule, then we can just know like, okay, this day we're doing this. We can schedule people to come in and play or whatever.
Which is why if you're sexual with my boyfriend, I'll cut you out of the schedule.
Dear God, woman.
So Jen and Justin will collaborate. Justin's specifically doing booking for the cast itself, but Jen and Justin will work together on like the scheduling for the daily stuff. We're gonna get more consistent. I promise you guys. I have been kind of working at trying to stream every day. That's kind of my goal now. So I'm going to try to stream at least a little bit every single day. And we've gotten a couple of new people in the stream too, which is cool. Just like random people.
If you teach us how to stream, we could probably stream.
Yeah, I mean, that's Justin got a stream running all by himself today, so that was cool.
Set it up yesterday for Splatoon originally too.
Yeah, so we're gaining more knowledge. We're slowly learning. Obviously, we're still building, but it's been fun. It's been really cool to hang out with you guys and, you know, do this and live the dream.
Your support is what keeps us on our feet, guys.
We're going to have to definitely make those Dream Liver shirts sooner than later because I want to start giving those out. I feel like that'll be a big deal because then people will be like, where did you get that shirt? That's hilarious. And they'll be like, oh, the Housecast. Boom. Anyway, thanks so much for listening, guys. I really appreciate it for myself, Sultan Jen, Megan, and Justin. Good night.
But don't you want a Dream Lover shirt?
I do.